blur for some reason. Okay.
Hello, welcome to episode. Let me quickly check 24, 23, 24, 24, 24. That's
24th
pretty cool, no? We made it to episode 24.
in 2 years.
Yeah, I think it's more than 2 years. We started, I believe, we were still in college, right? We were still
Yes.
in grad school. And I think it maybe
2022.
to end of 2022, I think. Because I remember I was in my final semester and I was dying because I was like searching for jobs.
We've been pretty consistent that way. Like
I
not
don't,
consistent with the number of episodes we've not given up
correct.
on
Yeah,
this
we've
podcast.
been, yeah, yeah. We've been consistent with the fact that we are continuing to do this.
Yeah.
Not with
Yeah.
timelines, not with uploads.
Yeah,
That
it's
is
not like
never going to happen. That's not that that wasn't even an expectation. I think we knew that it is not going to happen.
at this point, it's not even like it's not the popularity of it that keeps us going.
Yes,
I
yes,
think it's just we want to talk about things and put
yes.
it out in the world.
That's literally it. That's
And
literally it.
today, hopefully, we'll be relevant.
Yeah. Today I was I thought I'll add some description to the previous episode we recorded, and I was mentioning to you on text also that I was listening to the podcast on 1.5x. Dude, we sound so legit on 1.5x. Oh my God. Because in the beginning of the last episode, I think I was talking about all this F1 and like we were having all this discussion, right? I just put it on 1.5x. It just felt like, oh, dude, these guys are like, their conversation is flowing. They can talk and they can do all this. And I was like, oh, yeah, we sound pretty profesh, you know? But that's not the reality.
All it- Yeah, that's all it needed. 1.5x.
Yeah, 1.5x. Maybe there is a way to just speed up this recording and I can add that as 1.5x.
Yeah, I don't know if you can do it when you upload it. I don't think YouTube, maybe
Yeah,
YouTube.
I can't do that. I'll have to put it in like iMovie or something and just speed it up, and then I will be able to do it.
It's more work. And we don't
Yeah,
want to do
that's not happening.
that.
No, 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 no. Uploading is already enough work.
Yeah.
Recording is already enough work. We don't have time to do all these other things.
Yeah, it's not more of the recording being the work. It's about scheduling or like just being available. We don't even schedule it, like just being available around the
Yeah,
same time.
yes, yes. Because now I was literally texting you on Instagram, and you were like, "Okay, let's record a podcast." It's like,
Mhm.
actually, yeah, it is a Saturday afternoon. I am relatively free. I have work to do, but it's okay. I can do that later anyway. So here we are.
So it's like we know it's going to end in 40 minutes.
Yeah, dude, actually, this not having the premium Zoom like we used to is actually kind of nice. For the 40-minute episodes are also a little more concise. We generally end up talking about two things, three things, and it's over. But if we want to record, we can do another 40-minute episode. It's just better, I think.
Yeah. And
We are not being cheap. We are just like being optimal.
plus, like with our time too, like we know that it won't before. Like I feel like earlier episode we wouldn't know like how long will we talk.
Yes, yes, correct. And we would just keep going on and on and on. Yeah. I don't think I have 2 hour podcast not in me. Dude, how do people talk for 2 hours? I don't get it. I don't understand.
I don't mind listening to 2 hour podcast. Like I just
Oh
need it
yeah.
in the background. It helps me
Yes.
do my stuff.
Yes. Likewise. I honestly one of the big benefits of jumping from one hyperfixation to another, especially in today's world, is that no matter what you choose, no matter what you're into, there is a podcast for it. Not just one, there are options. You will have multiple people having podcasts for this particular topic, which is great. Not a
Yeah.
background noise.
Is there?
Which I don't know if it's a good thing. Huh?
Huh?
What? Are you hearing some noise?
Is it my fan? Does it sound like a fan?
I don't hear any fan.
I don't hear a background noise.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, there's no background noise now. I was saying like for podcast. Like podcasts are good like background.
Oh,
No, I won't say that there is background noise. Maybe you have a fan. I don't know.
I think I zoned out.
Yeah,
They're
dude,
like
but it.
focused on background noise. I'm like,
You're like,
what?
what? There's background noise? What background noise? Dude, my work laptop is this like really shitty Dell old laptop, and it overheats like anything. So I was on a meeting the other day, and it was connected to my laptop microphone instead of my headphones. And they were like, Manish, we're hearing a lot of like noise, something like spinning, like some noise is there. I was like, what noise? Like, there's nothing here. Then I realized that the fans on my laptop were like it was overheating so much and they were spinning so fast that these guys were hearing it was like they were hearing the fan spinning. And I was like, guys, yeah, sorry. My laptop is old.
This is your sign to give me a new laptop.
Yeah, yeah, this is the sign. I don't even know when they give a new laptop, honestly. I need to check.
Maybe you can just talk to IT and be like, please,
Yeah, dude. I should
is
just
someone
do something
taking over?
where, yeah, I destroy my laptop and I go, hey guys, it's done. Can I please get a Mac instead? This Windows sucks right now. Well,
Did they give you the option to choose?
they didn't give me an option. I don't, not that I can remember. Yeah, no, I don't think I had an option. They just gave me a Dell laptop.
A lot of fancy workplaces give you an
Yeah,
option.
yes, yes. Wait, what about, do you have an office laptop or do you just use your personal laptop for that? Personal laptop?
Yeah, I also never asked. I don't think they would have given, but I never asked either.
You're still
Uh,
working for the same
yeah.
uh, client that you were working for before, right?
Yes, and it's like a almost a full-time contract. So technically I could have asked, but I didn't. And I also don't
And
want responsibility because like what if like it just added responsibility for the laptop.
right, right,
Uh and when I started working with them, it was like a temp job, so
hmm,
I didn't expect them to give me anything. Uh
right.
Now it's not a temp job. Um and I probably could ask for things, but I
Hmm.
haven't.
You're doing this is I remember it. Is this a
Oh no, no.
recruiting
That
company?
was that was the one in US.
Okay,
Uh,
okay.
uh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and they unfortunately fired me when
Hmm,
US was going through recession. And I feel now that I look back at it, I was jobless for 1 month, exactly like 1 month. I
hmm,
almost like I got fired on 15th of August. I remember it was
hmm.
like Independence Day.
Independence from
And
work.
yeah, and then I got this job on like 1st of October. So
Hmm,
like I started the job on 1st of October, and I now like whenever I look back at it, that was the probably the only time in my life where I had nothing to do. Like
hmm,
I yes, there were other things I was doing, and I feel applying for jobs is like also like a full-time job. But
hmm.
I actually had no assignments, no work that I needed to do. There was nothing,
Yep.
nothing at all, except like I
Pretty
needed
nice.
to go to my room and cook food. But like I was free, and
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know when it would come back again. Maybe if I switch
Hmm.
jobs, I take a gap between them.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
feel I was so stressed around that time. I didn't appreciate that time as much because I was like,
Hmm.
I have to find
Hunting for a
something
new job.
money.
Yeah.
But so if anyone's getting fired, just enjoy,
Yeah.
enjoy time.
I mean, I guess it's difficult if you're getting fired. The best case scenario is that you're shifting your jobs and you have the luxury to be like, take a month break, right? And a month is fine, dude. A month's salary is like, whatever, bro, just take the break, right? The last time I had a similar break was when grad school ended because I went back to India and I had a month free. I had a job in my hand anyway. So, dude, it was the most freeing 1 month ever. And I had not had that break since I don't even know, since undergrad ended, maybe, and then COVID and all this happened. So
Oh,
it had been quite some time since I had like a proper break.
I think it was the same for me. I like I think after school it was bachelor's, and after bachelor's I started a master's. During a master's I started an internship and then got that internship into a job.
Mm,
And I didn't really take a break where I was not
right.
doing anything ever in my life. Like
Mm,
never a time where I wasn't doing anything.
yeah.
So it was just really nice to have. And I think I want to do more of those where
Yes. Yes.
just take time. I was
Yeah.
actually thinking of doing sort of a retreat with just
Mm,
myself, where like every year, like a year review, but not a year review, like a mid-year review,
mm,
reflection meeting where I go to a town with my notes, and then I
mm,
like just ask myself what am I doing, what I want, what my priorities are.
mm. Yeah, I think that is important at some level. So, I was having this conversation with my roommate the other day about this situation only, just taking like a month break. We can't do it here in the US because we are on a visa,
Yeah,
and if we are not employed, we are not allowed to stay here because we're on an employment visa. And we have some 60 days or something. Even if you do get fired, you have 60 days to find grace period to find a job or else you're out. So there is no break here. People like don't want to lose those days just thinking that, oh, what if I get fired one day and I have to find a job? I want all the time I can get. So people don't take month long breaks. In India, it's obviously easier to do because you're already home and you can take a month and it won't do anything, right? But here, you can't do that, which is unfortunate. It's something that you don't. There are a lot of things after moving outside of India that you don't realize until you've
yeah.
spent some time here.
Yep, I think when I got fired, it wouldn't have been stressful at all if I was in India. It was
Hmm.
stressful because
Because you
I
were,
was
yeah,
outside and I wasn't taking money from my parents, and I had to like figure
right.
out what I'm going
And
to
you're on a
do.
clock, right? You're on a clock. Your
Yeah,
time is ticking every single day.
yeah, but I think Europeans do like 1 month vacations much more. Like July, August,
Yeah,
they're just off.
dude,
They're
they're
like,
just
this is
chilling, man.
our time.
Yeah,
You can do whatever you want, but we are
yeah,
not going to be available.
yeah, yeah. Which is good. It is. There are two ways to it, I guess. A lot of people in the US are very, dude, they hustle, hustle, hustle. It's a lot. The- I don't know if it's like my circle, which is like that, or because I'm in the fucking Silicon Valley and Bay Area and people like that. But in general, in the US, I think the culture is very like work, 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 hustle, 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 work, 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 do more things, which is,
I don't think it's just your environment because the company I worked with had people from all across US and they had the
hmm,
same issue. I remember people taking like um being on call and being available when a fire alarm went on in their building and they were
bro.
supposed to evacuate and they're like, hey, fire alarm went off, but I'm still available. I
Yeah,
have people who've been available in when they're admitted in a hospital because
yep,
they don't want to lose their job. It's the
yep,
fear
yep,
so high. And
yeah,
it's not they weren't immigrant, they were like US citizens. And if the
hmm,
citizens feel so much, then like I feel like immigrants don't stand much of a chance unless you
yeah.
reach a position where you know that people won't
Hmm.
fire.
I mean, even in that stage, I think it's so difficult because the higher you go, the more responsibilities you have and the more things you do. 2 weeks ago, we had some lunch thing with our whole team, and I somehow ended up at the table with our VP. And he was telling me all about like the problems that he had. He's like, "Yeah, dude, I haven't slept all weekend." I'm like, "What do you mean? You're the VP. Why aren't you just chilling?" He's like, "No, there was a fire here. Then we had to go investigate. Then it's all on me. Then I have to like get everyone together and solve these issues." I'm like, "But no one is free of this. No one." So I don't know. Maybe Europe is the better way, right?
Yeah,
Where you
which
can chill and do things.
which I want to also give an update because we spoke about it last time and I put it in the description of the last video, but my visa got rejected. So
Yeah.
I'm here for a while now. I
Mm.
could appeal, but during the appeal, you can't submit anything. You can just give a
This,
letter saying,
oh, this is your
uh,
Hungary visa, right?
yeah, and
Digital nomad visa.
they rejected it for a ridiculous reason, which is not true. And I can submit more documents to claim that it's
Mm.
not, but
Mm.
um I would have to reapply. I can't appeal and provide those. And I was like, I don't have energy now. I did
Yeah.
through went through I had to give up my house that I rented there. And I
Mm.
also gave the house in Pune because I realized I don't want to stay in Pune because it's
Mm.
been traffic, too much city work. So
Mm.
I am lost. So I don't know what my future plans are. For now, I'm here.
Wait, didn't you just rent a place, new place in Pune? You're
I
there only
gave
right
up
now.
that place as well because my cats didn't like
Oh,
the place. And I
okay.
every time I would go there, I would have to step out in traffic. And I was
Mm.
like, this is not how I want to live because there's
Mm.
traffic everywhere I have to go. And so I was
Mm.
like, I don't even have friends, as many friends in Pune
Mm.
that I see often. There's no
Mm.
social circle, there isn't nature. So it's like I
Right.
don't think if I have to live without my cats in a house, then I
Mm.
would rather live in Goa. Because
Yeah.
I would probably not leave the house to even come here. Once I'm in a
Mm.
house, I don't leave the house as much.
Mm.
Yeah. So those are my life updates.
Yeah, Europe is probably the better place to be for you if that's the case. Or Goa. But you can't take your cats to Goa.
No,
Can't
never.
you go and like rent a car or something and drive them
It's
down
not
there or
about
no?
that. It's about
New.
change. They are
Hmm.
older, so they are not used. That's why the apartment was a problem too. So they are not
Hmm.
able to cope with change, and it directly affects their kidney levels, the creatine levels, which causes
Hmm.
spike. And then if it goes too bad, then we have to put him on subcut fluids.
Oh, damn. Okay.
So it's too much.
Not worth it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, now I don't have any hyperfixation. I
Hmm.
am not even looking at visas right now. I'm just taking a break.
Hmm.
Uh, and I'm trying to make it, I think I mentioned it more like a summer camp sort of a thing where I'm going
Hmm.
for classes, and that's what I'm trying to do for now. But
Hmm.
that's it. I also got this book. I haven't started reading it, but
Hmm.
uh, it's called The Lost Art of Reading Nature Sign because I've
Oh,
been
nice. Okay.
into nature. So it has
Hmm.
illustrations about like the stars, the roots, the trees,
Hmm.
about how you can read different kinds of nature signs.
Oh, interesting. So this is like what do you mean nature science? Is it more like what do you get out of
Like
nature?
understanding the nature around you, like if why are trees like that? Why,
Hmm.
what does the
I
star
see.
like?
Okay.
Which way is
Right.
north,
Right.
which way is south?
Just learning more about the world around you, every day
Yeah.
around you. Hmm.
Unfortunately, not every day around me as much anymore.
Yeah. This is the other issue, man. I don't know. So I think at this stage in our life, a lot of conversations I have with most people sort of revolves around this debate of okay, so do I choose something that is a little more easygoing and chilled out at work and prioritize other things, be able to be like good fitness, good food, and like good vacation you can take, and a relatively stress-free work life for the most part. Or for a lot of people, it's like, dude, I'm young, I'm in my 20s. Like, if I have to do it, this is the only time to do it. So, should I just do it now and then not regret it later? Like, most people are stuck between these two choices right now.
Yeah, also like just hustling and making money so you're more relaxed later. Mm,
Mm. I mean, I mean, the money aspect is one thing, of course. Yeah, you have more money now, relax later is one thing. But for, it's also just like, dude, I just want to see if I can like just hustle and see what I can do for a year or two or something like that. I had two friends who were living in Virginia in DC, and they were living like the most comfort. They were already retired. They had their company. I think they was contracted for some government defense jobs, the citizens here. Their work life was so chilled out. so chilled out. They did everything else. They work out every day, go to the gym, they'd go biking. One friend had a nice car. He would work on his car on the way. They were living like a chill life. But then now they moved here because they were like, dude, we were living that life for 3, 4 years. And like, we legit like became so comfortable and like, uh, we were not learning a lot of new things at work also. So they wanted to hustle. They were like, next 3, 4 years, we'll just do some things and then get back to this kind of life because we've seen it, right? Now we know what it's like. So we want to also see what the hustle is like. So they're doing it voluntarily for a few years before they can get back, which I guess is another choice people make just to see what they can do, what they are capable of, how much they can learn quickly at some stage in life. You may just do it, right?
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. I've also been thinking my two sides is to hustle a lot, make a lot of money, get visa, move to Europe, or
Hmm.
move to a jungle and work with animals. It's
Hmm.
just like there hasn't been in between. Like I'm in between
Right.
right now.
Hmm. Just join Vantara and take care of animals in Vantara.
I don't want to talk about Vantara and how ethical it is. I have a lot of thoughts on it, and I
Hmm.
don't think what they're doing is right. Of course, they're treating
Hmm.
the animals like kings and like
Right.
so much stuff they've put in, but I don't even
Hmm.
know how the stuff that they're doing is legal. Also, how
Hmm.
can there's just so many like why would you get elephants at your wedding? Why would you sit on a horse if you care about horses? Why would you
Yes.
wear leather if crocodile leather if you
Hmm.
care about animals? Just do right
Hmm.
PR. Like if that's
Right.
your game that like I love animals, that's your
Stay
brand.
consistent.
Stick to your brand. Don't move away
Hmm.
from brand. Just
Hmm.
like it's just a PR. I feel like you can do better PR. But I still
Right.
don't ethical. Like the way a lot of there are a lot of issues with it.
Hmm. Even with, I mean, I don't even know much about Vantara. I've only seen because it's not even like a public place that people can visit, which is what made me think, oh, it's not even profitable, at least now, right? So
Yeah,
maybe there is some genuine like reason behind it because it's only animals, right? And people are taking care of it and they spend so much money. And
that's what I also thought initially because I was
hmm,
like, it's not a zoo. It's like a
hmm,
sanctuary that they've built to rehabilitate the animals and it's for them. But
right,
a lot of things that are not okay there that I
hmm,
was okay with.
hmm,
I don't know. So I don't think I will go work there.
hmm.
I don't think they will take me. So
After seeing this podcast, they'll do a background check on you and then they'll
yeah.
say, hey, no, no, can't take it.
I think if I have to volunteer somewhere in India, I would go to this place called Sadhana Forest. It's in
Hmm,
Auroville. It's like a sort
hmm,
of a vegan commune in
hmm,
Auroville. And I think
hmm.
they have animals too, and they grow their own food, and so they need
Right.
volunteers with things.
Yeah.
So
I
I
think a
would,
lot of the commune in Auroville they're all self-sustaining, right? Even the people who live in Auroville all, I think, get paid a certain amount, but it's split and everyone has different duties that it's a small little village. Everyone shares duties and responsibilities and take care.
yeah, and they don't use like world's money. I think they
Hmm.
have their own
Yes.
currency system and
Yes.
and
Yes,
whatever
they
it
do.
works.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very interesting. Like I was a kid when I went there, and I was so fascinated by how they've
Hmm.
like little world, their own
Yes.
world.
Yes.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, it is very nice. Even now, I think there are a lot of people who stay there, and I mean, they've decided that that's what their lifestyle is going to be, right? They are going to live in this place and sort of be together with this community. And a lot of people do other things in Auroville to make money as well. I think there are a lot of influencers and a lot of people who stay in Auroville and they
Yeah,
do all the day-to-day activities, but they have found something to do online and other ways to make money. And so many, what do you call this? Like digital nomads in India also. So many remote employees just go stay there.
so many,
Mm,
so many across India, even in like the mountains, also Goa. Um, uh, more have been moving to Sri Lanka. I don't know what Sri Lanka did with their tourism or how they're attracting so
Dude,
many,
yeah,
like boomed
yes,
suddenly.
there are so many people going to Sri Lanka, right?
All across the, like from all across the world. I'm not saying just people from India. It's suddenly becoming like a hub. There
Mm,
are really nice cafes coming. Also considering that their economy was collapsing a few years back, like with everything that was happening, and
mm,
like it just boomed, especially like south of Sri Lanka.
yes, yes. I think tourism has increased significantly. It's also become Sri Lanka did not used to be the safest of places many years ago, right?
Yeah,
So I think that has also gotten better.
silence.
Maybe you can go to Sri Lanka.
It's I was considering not the right time because it's close to equator. Like generally
Hmm.
the right time to go to any tropical country in Asia. Even
Yeah.
Goa is going to get worse in a
Oh
month
yeah,
with the
dude.
rains. So I don't know. I will
That's another factor, no, when you're
figure
moving.
it out.
Weather.
What?
Weather is another factor when you're moving to a place.
Yeah.
It's a big factor. So for a lot of
Uh,
people, that's the only factor. So,
I research natural disasters of a place before I consider moving there. I look at
which is valid,
earthquake,
dude.
flood,
Yes.
history, political situation. Will they
Yeah.
suddenly, like, are there countries that they're fighting with? I do
Yes.
I'm an overthinker. I think about all possible aspects,
I mean,
even if
you
like
have to. Yeah.
all like even if they got an earthquake like 20 years back, I will research and find out. And if that's a possibility of ever happening again, I won't buy a
Hmm.
house, like get a house in that area.
Hmm. Hmm. No, I mean, now though you have to do, especially like political research. If
Yes,
people don't research what's happening in the US and sort of just decide to come here, there is, especially now, I think a few years ago it was still fine because the government was different, situation was different, but now things have changed so much,
I
so
don't
much.
think there's anyone who doesn't know who's planning to come to US about what's
Yeah,
happening in US. I think it's very clear for anyone planning to come to US how US is right now.
yeah. A lot of people don't even want to come to visit anymore. A
I
friend of
also
mine was
don't.
planning to come here from the Netherlands this sometime this year, and he's like, "Bro, I'm not gonna come."
Yeah,
Then just for tourists also, they're not coming. So pretty rough
after 4 years, we'll
after
visit.
4 years. After four
Depends
years,
on who's the president.
yeah. Whatever happened is that time. I don't know
I
if
don't,
I never came to the US when I did, and if I was still in India, I don't know what I would be doing honestly.
yeah, I am right
I
there right now.
yeah,
Like
you're
I'm,
there. No, but for you, it's still like you left and you came back, as opposed to continue staying there, right?
yeah,
You left twice, that too.
left what?
You left India twice. No, you did your first masters in where did you do it?
In India, I did it in Pune. So
Oh, but you
I,
were traveling now somewhere for like 3 4 months. What was that?
oh,
Didn't you travel?
I went to Italy for like a, just for 2 3 months for
Oh, okay.
like an exchange.
Hmm.
So that's it.
Hmm.
Yeah, the Netherlands was the first time where I like lived abroad.
Okay, okay, okay.
And then Netherlands was a good place, which reminds me today is King's Day in the Netherlands, where the
Yes, yes. I was also
it's
you
been
you, you were
discussed.
talking about King's Day last podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And which also would also like to talk about how after we talked about F1, I started getting reels about F1, but it was nothing like the reels of F1 like you would expect. I
Yes,
got
these are
very
like
bored.
some deep F1 reels. Dude, that was insane because it was like legit. How did it even was your phone nearby when it picked it up? That was crazy. That too coming on Instagram, whether we were talking about it on Zoom.
Also, like the F1 reels, it I didn't even Google F1 after our talk, so I hadn't looked it up. So I don't know
Hmm.
how I picked it up. But the reels, like one of the reels I got was this person doing a Ganga Snan of a picture of a
Hmm.
F1
Yeah.
that you like I sent it to Mahesh too, and
This is the
it was
funniest.
so random, so
This is
random
the
that he
funniest
was
thing I have
holding the
ever seen.
picture above the river,
Yeah.
saying that this is the request I've taken it, and I'm now going to
Okay.
dip the picture
I'm
in the
going to.
river and do Ganga
Yeah.
Snan.
It's the one and only greatest of all time, Fernando Alonso. Oh
Oh,
God,
it's
wait, I'll turn off my blur. That's the goat himself, Fernando Alonso. And his uncle is going to take him and do Gangas now. Oh God.
Well, now I understand that F1 fans really care about the
F1
chaos.
fans really, really care. Oh God. They call it digital bath, digital snan at Haridwar. Wow. So it looks like this I didn't even know exists, whoever this is. He has an entire Instagram account dedicated to doing this, right?
So
And like people send in requests saying, "Can you do digital snan for this guy and take $500?" And they do it.
people have also sent like that kids studying abroad their pictures.
Yeah,
And I think my mom probably would have also sent,
dude.
can you
The
upload this?
funniest is when they send like these passport size pictures that they send. Oh my
This
God.
guy's making so much money dipping pictures
Man, what
in
are
a
the market now? What has he tapped into? It's crazy. Like so many videos he's made. Even if it's 100 rupees, easily made like thousands and thousands of rupees on his account.
plus followers.
Plus, yeah, he has like 5,000 followers. So yeah, we are clearly not these are the guys who are innovative. They'll do something. Yeah.
This is the hustle, Mahesh. This is the
These are the
hustle you
this is how
do
you
for
hustle.
two, three
Yeah.
years, and then you can be
This is how you
retired.
this is how you stay where you are in Haridwar and continue hustling without leaving the country.
Yeah.
We are just not innovative enough, so we left to find a easier path. What we took is the path of least resistance. We didn't make anything for ourselves. It's okay. This podcast is our hustle. As we spoke last time, 6 years later, suddenly we will have a fan base. Right now, everything's about like low attention span, nothing quick, 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 quick. No, I
Yeah.
think eventually it's going to burn out everyone, and people are going to be fed up of it, and people want to take things slow, and
We're
everything will
ahead.
become about slow content.
Yeah, we are ahead of a time.
Yeah,
Like
we are
way
exactly 6 to 7. Yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
Yeah.
We are like 4 to 10 trends past. We are thinking.
Yeah. We have
Whenever
around 6 minutes left. Do you have updates? Do you have a new hyperfixation or any new updates since we last spoke?
there are no new updates, no new hyperfixation. I think hyperfixation is only possible one at a time, assuming you have a lot of time. Right now it is F1. It will continue to be F1 for a little bit at least. I don't know what's next actually. My work is going to start like slowing down. I'm hoping, thank God, in a few weeks. So once that is done, I am thinking of getting back into photography because I haven't done it in maybe a year actually. This year did I do it?
No, I you
No.
made the website very recently, like a few months back.
No, I think I made the website last year sometime.
End of
End of
last year.
last year. Yeah, end of
That's
last year
not a
maybe.
year. It's not been a year.
Yeah, yeah, correct actually. Yeah, it's not been that long also. But yeah, I haven't really spent some time doing any of that. And I miss it actually. The more because I just went on my website and I was like staring at my camera thinking, man, I'm feeling that itch that like I would just want to go out and take some cool pictures. So maybe that is on the horizon soon. But yeah, no other updates. Same old, same old.
Yeah, I think I'm getting that itch to go out in nature somewhere. I don't know where. It's too hot to go anywhere, but I will figure
Hmm.
it out. It's my
Maybe
itch.
you
Like
should
I,
do one of those Himalaya treks or something. I don't know how good it will be because right now so many people are doing it. I feel like it'll
uh,
be really like crowded.
but I did the pottery retreat in the mountains, which was very nice. So I could go for like a follow-up retreat, which
Hmm.
reminds me. Me, it's right here. That's why, like, that's one of
Oh,
the things
nice.
I made.
Oh, dude, that's
And
damn
they're
cool.
really,
Did you have to like put it in an oven and everything?
I didn't do the glaze, the baking and the
Hmm.
glazing and all of the
Hmm.
firing. Like I made it on the wheel. They
And
did all of
just
it. Because it takes more
oh,
time.
okay,
It's like a
right.
1 week retreat, and then it
Hmm.
takes a while to fire it, and then they glaze it. So it's
Hmm.
it takes a while.
Yeah, maybe you can go to like Shillong or Assam because they have music festivals, right?
Yeah, I was thinking. I don't know how safe Northeast is for like solo women travelers. I don't know. I've lived in
Hmm.
Assam for a bit, so it would be nice to go to Assam and see where I had like where I grew up
Hmm.
a little
Hmm.
bit. uh,
Right.
but we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, that's another problem in India, I guess. Solo traveling is always you don't have a lot of options.
Unless you're rich and you can afford like really good places, and then you are safe.
Right.
Like
Then you're
any
safe.
part of the world is safe for you in
Yes.
all.
Yeah. If you have, I mean, yeah, I guess so. If you have money, you can stay in nice places, cab around everywhere, hire a car, and all these
Yeah,
things.
I think I will make a vision board of things I want and then use that to visualize what I really want and what my next
Yeah.
step should be.
Do
But
like a
right now,
year planning.
yeah, but right now I'm just lost. So I'm just taking the time because I feel like I will regret this time when later that I had this time to not
Yeah.
make a decision and not
Yeah.
be too responsible. So I will enjoy it.
Yes. Yes. No, you definitely need to take it. I think now also I realize now I'm looking at back at all the times I was like really free and had a lot of time. Like man, I could have done so much. I just wasted like that time. There is some regret because now I don't have as much free time to do things. So the next time I get free time, I'm gonna make sure I utilize it well and do something like personal projects only, as you were saying. Vision board.
Yeah, we can compare it.
Yeah, I'll make my own vision board.
Yeah,
I
we can do.
you started playing ukulele again. I was thinking about like I saw your story and I was like, I should like buy a ukulele again and like start playing. That will be nice.
Yeah, it's super easy and it's very like I have anxiety, like really bad anxiety. So it really helps. Like at night, I'm
Hmm.
just playing and singing songs terribly. And
Yeah.
my cats are like, what is wrong with you? They just give me looks.
Hmm. But it is nice actually. I remember even when I was playing, same thing. I think it was just that whenever I was feeling like anxious or like fidgety, I would just sit and just play and like do something. It was nice just to have it around.
Yeah.
So that's another one. After seeing your story, I was like, hey, you know what? Maybe I should also buy a ukulele and like start doing it legit.
Yeah.
Instruments. Instruments is one thing. Musical instruments I wanted to learn.
I think ukulele is fairly easy to learn. Like
Yeah,
very
I have.
four
Yeah, I
fingers.
had one. Yeah, I just self-learned on YouTube and all. It was pretty easy. It was
Yeah.
nice, but like a legit instrument. I wanted to learn the tabla or mridangam or some like nice like Hindustani classical instrument. That would be nice because they sound so nice. Even the harmonium sounds so good.
Oh, yes.
But these are all like very time intensive. I have to go to classes and stuff and like learn theory, which seems like a lot of commitment.
Yeah, but you can do trial. Also, we have less than a minute.
We do have less than a minute left. Also, it starts counting when we start recording because our time is currently 42 minutes, which means we recorded into. Okay. Any goodbye messages?
No.
No, nothing. We're just gonna let it end
Bye.
whenever it ends and just say bye.
Yes.
That is
Maybe.
one way to do it. Okay, what's your plan for tomorrow? What are you doing?
Uh, I might go meet a friend. That's
Oh, nice.
maybe.
Hmm.
But we talk after this. So,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
Okay. Let. No, we'll just wait here and wait for it to end.
Yeah. We'll